All right. What's up, everybody? Look, I hope this thing is recording just fine. Hope it's and everything. Well, I know it's recording fine, but sometimes the voice part is annoying as shit. But anyway, I want to talk about this shit because it's getting out of hand. And quite honestly, I've tried to record it. I had downloaded an app on my phone, which is like a screen recorder, and that bitch fucked up. It was fucked up. So now I gotta do this shit. But anyway, it's basically the same fucking shit though. Like the Little Mermaid thing is it's ridiculous, really. To be honest with you, it's downright ridiculous, and people are calling each other racist for no reason. It it makes no fucking sense. Like saying that Ariel isn't black is not racist. Saying don't change a character that has been established as being white for years and years and years, and it become a fact that they are white, and then you just change the race. Don't do that. It's ridiculous. And there's no point to it. All right, there really is no point to it. You can't just change a character and then expect people who are fans of this show, who grew up watching this show and had a connection with this character by watching it for so long and grew up watching this character, and then you just change the character entirely and then slap that original character's name on this new character for which you create. Don't do that. Seriously, don't do that. It's ridiculous. There's no need to do it. And then you have people like this article, the person who wrote this article from the Washington Post. These people are race baiters and they're race hustlers. They have found a way to make money off of racist shit. What they do is they try to say something is racist, even when it's not racist, and then they push it out there to tell everyone else who are already acting racist as hell because they hate us. They hate another set group. Like right now in America, for some strange reason, people think it's cool to hate white people, or they just hate white people for no fucking reason. That's racism. You're a racist. If you hate a white person, you won't even have a reason for it other than the fact that their skin color is that of white, then you're a racist. Hands down, plain and simple, there is no such thing as reverse racism. It's just straight racism. You're a racist. You hate white people just because of the color of their skin, you're racist. There's nothing else to be said about that. And yes, you'll have, and then you'll know, uh, most definitely know which black people are most definitely racist because they are the main ones who are online calling every black person who doesn't agree with them a coon and a porch monkey and all this other shit. All right, they're the ones who do this shit. They are the fucking racists. They're hardcore fucking racists against white people. And if they see a black guy or a black woman who doesn't agree with them that all white people are bad, then they immediately start calling them coons and porch niggas and house niggas and all this other shit like that. They're fucking racist. I know more fucking black racist people than I know white racists. Alright? And there's racists in every single facet of every different culture in the world, okay? There's racists everywhere. We're not gonna sit here and pretend that racism don't exist. Racists are established in every single race. The fact that I know more racist black people than white people should let you know something. Alright? That should let you know some shit. Alright? Everyone can be a racist. Everyone can be. That doesn't mean you are, it just means everyone can be. And just because they say something like Ariel cannot be black because she is white, that is not racist. That is not racist in any shape or form. Now, as you can see here, the title of this is The White Nostalgia Fueling the Little Mermaid Backlash. It's not white nostalgia. That is not what the fuck it is. Stop it. She comes up with a title for this article that lures in all these racist fucking people who hate white people by giving it a title like this. This is how they draw people in. They say something about something is racist even though it isn't racist, and then the dumbasses who believe everything is fucking racist, even though they're racist them fucking selves, even though they don't even fucking realize it, which is ridiculous. They come to the article, and then the article written by a person who is trying to use race as a way to make money, and it's just filled with all this hate towards white people, and the people who read it like, yep, see, this confirms what I've been thinking. No, it's not confirming what you've been thinking. They're using you to make money. I have not seen anything or anyone disrespecting this woman. If there is someone out there doing it, I don't know why they're doing it. All right, this woman is just trying to make her money. She's just trying to make them bands. All right, she's trying to get her money. I have no problem with this woman whatsoever. I just don't think that she should be the Little Mermaid because the Little Mermaid is white. And again, the fact that I would have to mention the fact that that statement in itself is not racist is pathetic. There are so many people out there that want everything to be racist. It's like they want racism in America, but they are constantly it's like they want it because they keep saying everything else is racist. Even when there's no racism involved in something, they say, oh, that's racist. And it's not racist. It's like they want more and more racism while trying to fight racism. They're being racist. They're racists who fight against racism, and they don't even realize the shit they do. Like, for instance, when I forgot where it was, but there's a school campus where there is it's an all black school committee, not committee, advocacy group for black people on campus and college campus. These college students were advocating for separate dorms for black people. Now, a person with a brain would immediately go, "What the fuck? Why the fuck would you? Why would you want to separate the black students from the white students?" Now, to these students who are advocating for it, they're doing that because they think it's empowering. It's not empowering. If you want, they think they want to have a group where they can feel more comfortable and express themselves with other people of their own race and everything like that. Um, that's called a fucking hood, if you haven't noticed. Black people hanging around black people and shit all day, all the time in the hood. They don't do it in school though. Well, sometimes they do. They do it in school. Sometimes they hang out with each other and shit like that. But when you're literally advocating for having an all black dorm only, and like like that's segregation. Why are you sending us backwards? You're literally trying to undo what Martin Luther King Jr. did. You're literally trying to undo what he did. He wanted us to work together and move forward together. But now you're trying to separate us again? And then you're trying to talk about empowerment? Get the fuck out of here. You're advocating for segregation. The hell is wrong with you? Anyway, this woman down here, Brooke Newman, she looked white. I ain't gonna lie, she looked like a white lady. But this entire article is literally talking about is trying to blame white people for the backlash, and she's trying to call white people racist. So I'm guessing she's calling herself a racist. I don't. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to fight racism with racism, even though the racism they're fighting against is not there in that situation. But anyway, I've read this article so many fucking times. I'm not even gonna keep doing it and over and over and over again. But this shit right here is what I'm talking about. Oop, oop, oop. This is what I'm talking about. Outraged by Bailey's casting as Ariel, many white. You see that? White Disney fans. It can't be just Disney fans. No. This woman is trying to make money off of racist people who believe white people are evil, and they just outright hate white people. Okay, yeah. Those people don't even realize they're being racist entirely. If you just hate an entire race because of the color of their fucking skin, you're a racist. That's the very definition of a goddamn racist. Hands down. And again, I'm a Disney fan. I grew up watching Disney. When I have Spotify and Tidal on my phone, I download save a bunch of fucking Disney songs on my phone within within my playlist. And people who have actually heard my fucking music on my playlist, they would know for a fact that yeah, I have Disney songs on that motherfucker. It can go from Eminem spitting some gangster shit to all of a sudden we got Mulan, a song from Mulan playing, and they be looking like what the fuck. Some people even asked me to change. I said, don't touch my fucking radio, don't touch my phone. You gonna hear this song today. Disney's my shit. I like Disney. I grew up watching the shit. I love the damn songs in the movies. I have no shame in playing Disney music. I have no shame in it. It's like back in the day. Remember back in the day where people would literally call other black people white just because they of a black person admitted that they listen to country or rock or something like that. Y'all remember when that was an insult amongst the black community? You remember that shit? Amazing, right? And especially if you talk like you got some damn sense. Oh, they'll call you a white boy or some shit like that. Or they'll say you don't even sound black. Like stop trying to act white or some shit. They'll say this racist ass shit, and then they be the first ones to talk about, oh, that motherfucker over there racist. Bitch, you the most racist person that I have talked to or met. You don't even know that guy over there. He didn't even say nothing racist, but you say some racist shit every fucking day. They don't even realize they're racist. Anyway, she didn't even have to make it about white Disney fans. I'm a Disney fan. I'm black. I'm not white. But unfortunately, the way she puts this article is, if you are against Ariel being black, you're racist. Point blank. Period. If you're against that, you're racist, and you are also white. It doesn't matter what race you are. You're considered white if you're against the Little Mermaid being black. That's basically the kind of shit they do. These people, these articles like this, and the people in the media who post this shit and push this kind of shit out, they are causing division and hate. That's what they're doing. But people are so fucking stupid and are too damn blind to see this shit. And I'm happy to know that there's some people who are not stupid enough to believe this bullshit, and I'm happy to know these people. Uh, let me see. And they're talking about a white cartoon character with a black live action Ariel. Disney had, they talking about the people, the critics saw it, by replacing, as these critics saw it, by replacing a beloved red-headed white cartoon character with a black live action Ariel. Disney had tainted loyal fans' childhood memories. You did. You did. You just tainted something, because you are literally going into a PC SJW bullshit. You're trying to do diversity, and we are tired of diversity, PC culture, and fucking SJW nonsense in our fucking movies. Now you're tainting our goddamn childhood. You need to knock that shit off. We do not need that shit on an everyday fucking basis. Alright? Changing a character from white to black is not how you do diversity. If that's really what you want to do, that's not what you do. And if you want superheroes or princesses for generations to of the same race, to inspire children of the same race, because I guarantee you there are so many people who bring in children as an excuse for why it's okay for these people to do this shit. And again, you need to stop. Your children have nothing to do with this. Your children will watch any cartoon. They will feel the pain of that character. They will feel the joy of that character. The children do not care about the race of the character. When the child starts caring about the race of a character, it's mainly because the environment that they are in, the parents, the family, the brothers, the sister, everyone involved, someone in that household is making everything about race. And when a child picks up on this, about the fact that the family around them is making everything about race, guess what? That child is going to start caring about race. That child is on a slit going to start having a racist mindset because that child, especially if it's severe enough, the child is going to end up being kind of racist. They're going to start hating people of a different race because someone in the family is talking bad about a different race. And that's just real. And I know because honestly, I heard so many shit when I was growing up about how bad white people are, about conspiracies about white people and all this and that shit. When I grew up and just actually, started hearing different opinions and actually starting to see the way the world really fucking works, I realized all the shit I was hearing was just people who they was just blaming their own decisions on other people because they couldn't accept and handle the decisions like a fucking adult. These people couldn't handle fucking life itself. They couldn't handle it. So they blame it on someone else. If you take white people out of the equation entirely and you just look at that person's life and their decisions, you would finally understand, like, is it really this other person's fault? Because from what I'm seeing from you on a day-to-day basis, you're just making bad decisions. But anyway, Disney, they claim, had disrespected the cartoon character and Scandinavian origins of the folk tale. Well, whatever. I believe it was actually Danish. Is Danish Scandinavian at the same time? I don't know. But the point is, she's red. She's red hair and she's white. That's Ariel. All right. And as you can see down here, the hashtag Not My Ariel backlash is part of the wave of white nostalgia that Donald Trump used to win the presidency. That is a lie. People who were smart enough to actually listen to what Donald Trump was saying and actually looked at what he was trying to do and actually realized what his policies were. They actually listened. They actually listened. They didn't sit there and wait for Donald Trump to say something that they could twist and use and make it into something bad because because they don't like him. If you don't like a person, realize how much you're not listening to what they're saying, and the only thing you're doing is waiting on them to say something that you could twist into something bad. Like, have you ever, like, if someone pissed you off so bad, remember when you just, like, if you, like a coworker that you hate so goddamn much, remember how many times you woke up and you're about to go to work and you just said, I'm waiting on that motherfucker to say something bad. I'm waiting on that motherfucker to say just the wrong motherfucking thing to me. I'm gonna spaz on his ass. I'm gonna whoop his ass and I don't give a fuck about my job. How many times have you said that? Because of a damn coworker that you didn't like. And I guarantee you, the coworker will say something that wasn't bad at all, but you just snap around and look at him like he fucking crazy. Because you was just waiting on it. You was waiting on him to say something. Anything that you could twist in your mind to be bad or negative in any kind of way, just so you could have a reason to whoop his ass. Same way with Trump. And because she put Trump in this article, people who don't like Trump, this is their shit. This is some shit they're gonna eat up and start making memes about. This is all Trump's fault. This is all white people's fault. It's not white people's fault. It's not Trump's fault. People who are Disney fans, OG Disney fans who grew up watching these Disney movies, guess what? They don't like these changes. They're not all white. It has nothing to do with Trump. Nothing to do with Trump at all. Trump is one man. What the fuck he looked like just walking around saying, hey, Little Mermaid's black now. Everyone in America who grew up watching Disney, we should now boycott. We should now just be hating this damn movie. Nah. It's not Trump's fault. All right. People saw what Disney was trying to do, and they did not like it. Point blank. Period. Because quite simply put, I mean, like, this shit is not. It's not something that we want to see. We don't want to see our favorite characters being changed. It's like if you take, like, how many people out there got a favorite pair of shoes, favorite shirt, favorite anything, you know? It has significant value to you. It's something that you grew up having. It's something that someone that you know gave to you before they died or some shit like that, you know? Something like that. If someone who doesn't, like basketball, for instance, some people like to sign basketball. Some people like to paint basketball. Some people like to paint shoes or sign shoes. Well, you know for a fact that you got that one nosy ass friend. You haven't told them everything about you. You haven't told them that what this has significance, you know, to you, what's important to you, what not, what is this favorite mine, favorite of mine, favorite of this. Because maybe you had that basketball just sitting in your closet, you never used it. Or that pair of shoes, you never used it. Because it held so much, you know, memories of someone. Or whatever, you know, it's something that you don't want to change. It's something that you want to keep forever, you know. This person, being nosy, being a dumbass, go through your shit, find it, shoes or basketball, and decide, hey, I can make this look better. I'm gonna paint it, sign it, all that shit, and just leave it as a surprise for my butt. You know what I'm saying? You get back and you see it, now you're pissed off. Your first reaction is not gonna be a good reaction. They just took something of yours that held so much significance to you in your heart that they just went and changed it. They just painted it or signed it. Come on. You tell me you're not gonna be mad at that? You tell me you're not really gonna be mad at that? People get mad at each other on a daily basis when someone accidentally scuffs their favorite pair of J's. Seriously. Shoes. People get in fights over shoes, over a scuff on a shoe. But you saying it's racist and bad if someone changed a character that they grew up with, that they have a connection with? It is racist now? Might as well just say everyone who scuffed your shoe is a racist then, huh? Don't make sense, dude. Anyway, and then it goes down here, you know, she was talking about fucking 1989 top grossing children's films were Little Mermaid, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, All Dogs Go to Heaven. But you notice she was all mentioning movies that had something to do with white people or some shit like that. She wouldn't mention anything that had something to do with people of color. And even if it was a year that only movies that came out was people of white people, if it had something to do with Disney, let me tell you something. Guess what? The stories they take when it comes to Disney princesses, they're literally princess stories that they literally take and make it family friendly, and then they put it out there in their own Disney fashion. It is now part of their own Disney universe. They are not using original princesses here, people. It's not original shit. Therefore, you just can't change a character, Ariel's character, from white to black. You just can't do that. And also they have people talking about representation, talking about this is our representation. It's not representation. They have literally just slapped their corporate sweaty hairy balls on your face. And the sweat that is dripping into your mouth from them balls, that's your so-called representation. It's shitty, half-ass, hand-me-down bullshit. People complain about that shit. They say, hey, we want representation. And then they say, okay, we just change the color of a character and here you go. This will shut you up. And you accept it. Why are you accepting this hand-me-down? Don't do that. If you want representation, demand they use one of these other black princesses stories that are out there roaming about. Take that character, take that black princess and their story, their own original story, own original black princess, and make it and incorporate her into the Disney princess universe or whatever you want to call it. Do that. Don't change an already established character into a different race and say that's representation, because it is not. It is disrespectful. It's a slap to the fucking face. big slap of gigantic horse hairy corporate balls across your goddamn face. That's what the fuck it is. And then you got here, diverse characters simply didn't appear in children's everyday media worlds or in their Disney princess fantasies. Um, Disney princess fantasies? When I hear that, I think of sexual fantasies. Motherfucker, if I want some goddamn hentai, I go on the internet and look up some hentai. If I want some Disney princess fantasies, if I can do that all goddamn day. Hell, matter of fact, a Disney princess fantasies, I could just get me a girlfriend, you know. She could be black, Asian, whatever. Have that bitch dress up as Jasmine or something. Ain't even gotta be Arabian. Just dress her up. She could be any kind of race and just dress her up as Jasmine and fuck the shit out of her. There's a Disney princess fantasy right there. But children, everyday media worlds, or in their Disney princess fantasy. Again, children don't give a fuck about that. Children don't give a fuck about that. Children only care about children type shit. They don't care about race. Disney movies they are made to pluck your emotions, your heartstrings, you know? And children feel that stuff the most. They feel it the most. The children don't care about the race of that character. The only people who care about the race of the character are full-grown adults who don't have a connection with these characters and want these characters to change and have an issue with these characters. They are the only ones who want a change. And I get it. You don't have a connection to these characters, so you don't care what happens to these characters. That's fine. You don't have a connection to these characters. I understand that. Me as an OG Disney fan and all the other people who feel the same way, guess what? We have a connection. Keep our character the same. Today, Today, these diehard Disney fans want Hollywood to continue whitewashing the film industry as well as their childhoods. Whitewashing the film industry. Hollywood don't give a fuck about that. The movies through history you've had all black people in movies, you've had all Indian people in movies. Hell, they have an entire industry called Bollywood. What are you talking about? Hollywood is not stopping nobody. They're not whitewashing films. And even if they do create a movie based off of another racist movie, guess what? I guarantee you there's some people complaining about it. Because they shouldn't be changing the race of characters in a movie. But they mostly happen in remakes. And live action remakes are not good. Death Note, not good. Bleach, I haven't even watched it because I'm so sick and tired of these lame ass live action movies, alright? Fucking Mulan's coming out. I actually want to see that. It's a live action movie and I actually want to see it. It looks like it's gonna have some more action in it, which, you know, in the movie, the only two times I've seen actual action was in the snowy mountains and when they met the Emperor, but they got hurt in the field in an actual battle, fighting like 4 or 5 guys at one time. I'm like, okay. But I didn't see Mushu. I didn't see the cricket. I didn't see the guys that she was training with. I didn't see that one dude, the drill sergeant type dude. I didn't even hear no Disney songs in there. And I'm just looking like, is this really Mulan? Like, are you just making it a movie and then just slapping the title Mulan on it? Just so people who love Mulan to come and watch the movie and get their money that you can't give a refund to? Like, if I go to a movie, if I go to movies and see Mulan and you pay and I pay money for it and I get up in there and it's not Mulan, I'm gonna ask for my fucking money back. Like, real talk. And if you don't want to give me my money back, then I'm shit out of luck then. But I'm gonna be severely pissed off because that's not fucking Mulan. If that's what you're gonna give me and it's not really Mulan, it's just Mulan in name. They Aladdin. The people who voice acted the characters in Aladdin had more passion for their roles than the actual actors in Aladdin. Like, people have literally made videos where they compare the voice actors to the actual actors in the movies. They got them on YouTube. You can literally see it for yourself. They literally compare the passion that they put into these roles and in their lines. The voice actors in the animated version of the movie, the original version of that movie, they had more passion. They auto-tuned a lot Genie's song. And honestly though, what threw me off most definitely in that trailer is when Will Smith popped up. Will Smith, I love Will Smith in his movies and stuff, but when he popped up looking like fucking Megamind, bro, I was done. I was fucking done. And don't get me started on Sonic. Everybody know what the fuck happened to Sonic had. The way they made him fucking look like a fucking small child. That shit looked goddamn ridiculous. Thank God they gonna do redesign him to make him look more Sonic like, I guess. So thank God they're gonna do that. I haven't seen what he's gonna look like now or not. I haven't seen that yet, but yeah, but again, whitewashing the film industry. No, you're literally blackwashing the Little Mermaid right now by changing her into a black character when she is a white character. You're blackwashing, but yeah, you're claiming other people that Hollywood is whitewashing shit. Racism to fight racism. It is a contradiction even in itself. Alright? Now, let me see, over y'all. Let's go to this one because I'm tired of her because she's race baiting and race hustling all throughout that entire article, and it really makes my head hurt. It really does, and I can't do it. Like look, she look like a nice actor. Wait, they gave her the braids. Is she on set? They gave her the braids too, bruh. They, they gave her the braids, bruh. Long Beach Griffey was joking, bruh. You thought they gonna give her braids too and shit like that, bruh? They really did it, bruh. They really did it. Braids, twist, whatever that is. I don't know, but it looked like braids. It's like they really did it, bruh. The man predicted the future on that shit. He cracked a whole joke about that shit. Okay, with like Freeform here. I don't know who the fuck Freeform is, but whatever. And it's like, yes, the original author of The Little Mermaid was Danish. Ariel is a mermaid. Yes, he was Danish, but he wrote it in his culture or whatever and whatnot, but whatever and whatever. She lives in an underwater kingdom in international waters and can legit swim wherever she wants, even though that often upsets King Triton, absolute zaddy. Gross. I'm sorry. If you say zaddy, I just saying it makes me feel gross. If you use that word, I feel like you're the most gross person in existence, and you need to stay far the fuck away from me. Far the fuck away from me. Something's wrong with you if you use that fucking term. Something's really fucking wrong with you. You're gross. Whoever wrote this, something's wrong with you. And also, she couldn't swim whatever the fuck she wanted to. She sent Sebastian out there to hound her ass all the time. She literally had to trick Sebastian just to get away from him to go do whatever the fuck she wanted. And when she got caught, guess what? She got dragged back to the kingdom and she got grounded. And if I remember correctly, he grounded her for like days, maybe weeks or some shit like that. But anyway, but for the sake of argument, let's say that Ariel 2 is Danish. Danish mermaids can be black because Danish people can be black. I can go out and just shoot up the whole block. Because I can walk outside and shoot up the whole block. But does that mean I should go out and just shoot up the whole block? I mean, like by the logic that you're saying right now, there's a lot of people in this world who can do a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? They could do a lot of bad shit. By your logic, they can just do it. Yeah. But does that mean they should do it? No, that doesn't mean they should do it. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something. So that argument, for the sake of argument, as you say it, it's not exactly an argument, buddy. It's not a very good argument or defense or whatever. It's not very good. Ariel can sneak up to the surface at any time with her pal, Scuttle, and the Jamaican crab Sebastian. Sorry, Flounder. Damn, you gonna leave Flounder out there like that? Damn, you gonna leave him out of the whole conversation? And keep that bronze base tight. Bronze base tight. What the fuck? What is he talking about? Is this man having fetishes about fucking a black mermaid right now? Black Danish people and thus merfolk can also genetically have red hair, but spoiler alert, bring it. See, he keeps saying can. There's so many cans out here. Just because it can doesn't mean it should be or is. It isn't. Little Mermaid is white. She isn't black. The character of Ariel is a work of fiction. True, but she's a work of fiction that for many years has been white. She has been established to be a redheaded white girl. Therefore, she is white. There you go. So after all this is said and done, and you still cannot get past the idea that choosing the incredible, sensational, highly talented, gorgeous Halle Berry, damn it, I keep wanting to say Halle Berry, but it's Halle Berry. See, I'm about to do it again. Fuck it. I'm sorry. I can't say your name without trying to say Halle Berry. Is anything other than the inspired casting that is because she doesn't look like the cartoon one. Oh boy, do I have some news for you about you. You see how he says they say that? Like they're trying to say, oh boy, if you don't like her being the new black Ariel, even though Ariel is white, then what I can say about you is that you're probably a racist. That's what I'm getting. That's the vibe I'm getting from that. They're trying to call people racist. They're not racist. No one is fucking racist. They just don't want our childhood characters to change. Ariel is white. And why is they bringing her into this whole conversation? No one has a problem with Halle Bailey. Ooh, I think I said it right. No one has a problem with her. We have a problem with Disney changing the race of the character. That's who we have a problem with. We have no problem with Halle Bailey at all. But let me show you why it's so confusing to just do this shit, and it's in poor taste to do that. Like matter of fact, remember in Hunger Games when all these racist fucking ninjas came out of nowhere? Like literally racist ninjas. They came out of nowhere. People was enjoying the Hunger Games, right? Everyone was enjoying Hunger Games, but these fucking racist goddamn ninjas who popped up out of nowhere, these motherfuckers was happy because the little black girl died. Which is kind of ironic because every character in the Hunger Games that everyone was rooting for was supposed to be black. In the book, they black. In the movie, they should have been black. But they weren't black in the movie. They were casted by white people and then they tanned them, sprayed them to make them look a little bit darker. Didn't do a very good fucking job of that, by the way. They're all supposed to be black. They made them white. And it confused people because now you have the racist ninjas popping up out of the woodwork saying racist shit. Because they don't know that all the characters in that movie were representing black people. And they were against the rich white people. You see the problem there? That's what happens when you just change the race of characters. People get confused. It's not good to be confused because it starts shit. Stop it. Because they didn't know, the racist ninjas came out of the woodworks because they didn't even know, they didn't read the book or had anything to do with the book or had any prior knowledge about the book at all. But let me show you something like a TMNT. They did the same fucking thing with TMNT when they had an all black voice actors cast. What you're seeing right now is April O'Neil from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They don't always start off knowing April O'Neil. In the TV series, April O'Neil in that new TMNT with all black voice acting cast. In the first episode I watched, I stopped watching after the first episode. I don't even think I got that far into it, honestly. The action scene, I think they was running on the rooftops and stuff. The animation threw me off because whenever new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comes out, I'm skeptical about it. I'm really skeptical, and I don't really like the new animation style. But once I watch it enough, I start to get used to the animation style, and I start to like it. You know, the new voice actors and everything like that. I start to like it over time. So I was going to give it a try. Until, all of a sudden, there's this And there's a little black child. Hold on, let me show you. Like, pay attention to the screen. You see all these April O'Neil, even cosplayers looking like April O'Neil. This one I didn't really like this version of April O'Neil because, you know, in that movie her hair was not red enough. Literally, look at this red hair. Her hair is not red enough. I'm sorry, I can't really see it. Sometimes it looks like she's a brunette. I'm sorry, I just don't like that. But this is her right here on the right side, and you see over here what she was supposed to look like. But that's her right there. This girl right here. That's the April O'Neil they put in the show. Now, let's see if I can get a closer view. Can I? I wonder if I click it. What happened? Okay, that's April O'Neil. That's the new version of April O'Neil in Rise of the TMNT. Rise of TMNT. And if you have literally looked at all these pictures of April O'Neil, and then you see this new version that they made and said, this is April O'Neil. Because at first they were saying, oh, this is April. They were saying her name, April. And I was like, okay, this must be a character they must have met before they met April O'Neil. Until they said her whole name and it was April O'Neil. And I was like, who the fuck is this? This isn't April O'Neil. You made a whole new character and then slapped the name April O'Neil on her and expect me to be okay with it. No, I'm not okay with this. This is not April O'Neil. This is a brand new character that you have just created. They are literally handing you hand-me-down characters and then slapping the original characters' names on them in order to draw in the fans so that they can make money. Like if you could bring in a lot of money by saying you could make a new TMNT and make this April look like the original April that has been April for since the beginning. Make her look like and make her look like her. Make her younger, whatever, however you want to do it, but make her look like April O'Neil, and you would draw in all the OG fans, all the new fans would be drawn to it, but you wouldn't. Sadly to say, not many. There's a lot of black folks who love comics, but the majority of black folks don't read comics. But if you was to say and push out there, oh, all black voice actors, and just by saying all black voice actors, and you're pushing that out in the media, more black people are gonna who don't like comics or really watch that many cartoons, they're gonna pop up and try to watch the show and see what it is. And when you see and they introduce April O'Neil and they see she's a little black child now, even more people just by pushing her out there as being a little black child, and they changed her to being black. Oh, more people are gonna jump in because even though they don't like fucking cartoons, they now feel like they're being represented because there's a black character in there and she's badass or something like that. How they was trying to describe her. Um, if you are a fan of the actual show itself, then you would know that this character is not April O'Neil. All these characters that you see is April. I don't know who the fuck that is, but I don't know who she is. But damn, they made her fat in that goddamn bitch. Who the fuck you eat the turtles themselves? Like she ate the turtles. April O'Neil. This one over here. No, I just can't. But April O'Neil, she does the cosplay a lot, pretty good. But yeah, April O'Neil been that way for years and years. April O'Neil. It's her look. This April O'Neil. Her right here, not April O'Neil. That's an entirely different character, and then you just slap April O'Neil's name on her. That's not right. You shouldn't do that. That's like That's like having some random fucking guy walking into a store and saying, "Hi, I'm Jared," and then the actual Jared or "Hi, I'm Jared." Fuck, I'm trying to think of a fake name. I'm I'm Jared Drop Balls. There you go. I'm Jared Drop Balls. And then all of a sudden you have the real Jared, like he opens up an account as Jared Drop Balls, and then the real Jared Drop Balls pops up. And it turns out the guy who calls himself Jared Drop Balls is white. The guy who came before Jared Drop Balls was black. Not the same person at all. So the real Jared drop ball, the white guy, is like, you guys open an account with this guy? Did you not check his ID or anything? Like, because I'm the real one. And now you have to go through a whole process of mistaken identity theft, and all other shit like that. And I mean, like, if you think about it like that, I mean, like, it's the same fucking principle, April O'Neil, and this is supposed to be April O'Neil too? Like, come on now. Nah. But everyone who would have a problem with this version of April O'Neil, people would call them a racist. No, we're not racist. So you can actually stop that whole argument that you're trying to say it's racist. It's not racist. All right, it's just a fact. Okay, she's not April O'Neil. She's a brand new character that you just slapped the original April O'Neil's name onto to try to draw people in and try to change the character entirely. When companies do this, and black people just accept it as representation. No, you don't feel represented. You're just trying to throw this shit in people's face. That's all you're doing. You're just trying to throw it in people's face. If you want original black characters, there's plenty floating around. The TV show Black Lightning, loved it. I liked it. All right. They have it was Black Lightning. It was live action. It was pretty good. I'm not even gonna lie. It was like, I liked it, but I kind of liked it a little bit better than what I'm letting on. But it was pretty damn good. They did the suit pretty much justice though. Not all the way just, but it was pretty good. I really liked it. And there's other black superheroes out there. Static Shock, all that. Come on now, just put them on. Cyborg, just get them out there. Just get them out there. There's your representation right there. Black superheroes with their own original story. That's representation. Why are you accepting hand-me-downs? Starfire. People were calling fans racist. Look at Starfire here. Starfire. You see the color of her skin? She's an alien. It's kind of a golden brown. You could easily mistake it for orange. Starfire. That's a little bit too light. I ain't gonna lie. That's a little bit too light right there. Starfire. Do you see these images right here? These two in the middle? They too light. They too light to be Starfire. But, Starfire right here. And then you have her. And when people first saw the trailer, look down here. Look at this shit. Sorry, racist nerds. You see what I'm saying? We had a complaint with this character because when they first dropped the picture of what she was gonna be looking like, she looked like a straight prostitute. In that first picture that they showed her, she looked like a prostitute. It was not a good look, and we didn't care. We actually did care because her costume design. Like, you see how Starfire looks in her costumes and shit like that. Her costumes. These are costumes of her culture. These are the outfits of her culture. When they showed her in that first picture, she looks so, like, right here, this picture right here. No, that's not a good look at all. That's a terrible outfit design right there. And what we wanted, the first thing fans said was, at least paint her to look like Starfire. That's it. That's all we want. Paint her to look like Starfire. Starfire has a golden brownish skin. You can mistake it for orange. That's all we wanted. She's too light. This was from Injustice. I don't really like that. She's a little bit too light. Look at this. Racist fans attack actress. We're not attacking her. Last time I checked, no one attacked this woman. We attacked the people who decided to design her costume and did not do it properly. This right here, I don't care who you are, that does not look right. Now, they had some cosplayers dressing up as Starfire, and they would have done a better. But they did more for their costume than what they did. Like, look at the color of her eyes. Starfire eyes are always green, even when she's not using her powers. They're green, but her eyes only turn green when she uses her powers. No, I'm sorry. Beast Boy is too light of green. Look at this woman right here. Look, that's an example that some of the things people are saying. This woman right here, she's black. she looks more resembling to Starfire than this woman does. And she does, and I would still say paint her skin. Paint her skin a little bit more. Because she is literally, it doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter what shade of color, doesn't matter what race you are, you need to look like Starfire. She does not look like Starfire at all. Now, where is it? There's more cosplayers who literally dress up as Starfire and they look amazing. And they literally put more effort into their cosplays than the people who made this show put into her costume design for Starfire. Look at her. She's a little bit too light. She needs to go a bit darker, but she put more effort to look more like Starfire than they did for her. And I'm not even blaming her for the way she looked in that show. It's the people who designed her costume and said, yes, this is how you're going to look. I blame them. I don't blame her. I blame them. I don't think anybody blamed her for this. But yet they always try to say, oh, we're attacking the black actress. We're not attacking the black actress. People aren't racist. People are just saying, do it right. Look at her. Look. Her skin is more closer to her. Look, Starfire right here. And then you have her cosplay. Look, that's all we're saying. And it even has all the products she used to make that costume. That's what they were saying. That's all they were saying. We want this woman right here to look more like this. This is Starfire. We want her to look more like her. Paint her skin like this lady did. Look, she had all, like, I think this is what she used. More like Starfire. She looks more like Starfire than what she did in Teen Titans right here. That's all we wanted. And when they said, no, you guys are racist, we was like, okay, can you at least change the costume design? Because she looks trashy. Look, she looks trashy as hell in that costume. And it's not her fault. It's the people who designed her costume. It is the people who said, yes, this is how you're going to be dressing. And oh my God, that is hentai. I better keep going. Oh my goodness. I did not see that. My bad. But yeah, this design here is not a good look. It's not. And by saying this is not a good look, it's not racist. To say that she needs to look more like her is not racist. This woman right here, she's white and she still painted her skin to look more like her. And you're telling me the people who made this damn Teen Titans show couldn't make her dye her skin or paint her skin to look more like Starfire when you have cosplayers all over the place dressing up as Starfire, painting their fucking skin? You telling me that's too much to do? And you're saying that people who say that they want her to at least be painted are racist? Fuck you. Fuck you. People have gotten way too fucking sensitive and they claim everything is fucking racist and it's not racist. It's just people want things to stay the same. Our childhood characters are our childhood characters. We have an attachment and a connection to these characters, and when you change characters all willy-nilly, you cause confusion. And they have people out there using their children. They're making memes of a child talking about, oh, she looks like me. And it warms your heart. How did that warm your heart? Because the character looks like your child. That should tell you something. Who is putting it in that child's mind that she cannot connect with this character because of the color of that character's skin? If a child cannot connect with a character because the character has a different skin color than them, then something is wrong with the household that is making the child think that way. A child should be able to love a character regardless of the color of that character's skin. And when that child grows up with that original character and has that connection like I did, like all the Disney fans did, we had that connection with Ariel, with Belle, Cinderella, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty. We have connections with these characters. Mulan, Jasmine. We have connections with these characters. Do not change the characters' races. Do not change the characters' stories. And for all the people who are sitting up there comparing Dragon Ball Z And saying since we were okay with Goku being changed into a white guy, and all of a sudden we have a problem with Ariel being changed to a black girl, guess what? That's not a very good argument because every Dragon Ball Z fan hated that fucking movie. Every Dragon Ball Z fan hated that fucking movie. Why they hate that fucking movie? Because Goku is Asian and Goku was not no fucking teenager in school. Goku never went to fucking school. Never. That shit was so inaccurate and was a goddamn disgrace to Dragon Ball Z. It was a fucking wet, floppy ball sack of sweat and hair across every Dragon Ball Z fan's faces. Got fucking ball sweat in our goddamn eyes just looking at that fucking shit. Fucking terrible ass fucking movie. No one liked that shit. How the fuck you gonna compare that shit? Just like we had a problem with that, we got a problem with this. Ariel is white. She is not black. If you want diversity so goddamn much, you got plenty of black original princess stories hanging out there. Demand Disney give you that. Turn those black princesses with their own original stories, bring them into the Disney Princess universe or whatever the hell you want to call it. Bring them in and do that. Don't change already established princesses into a different race. Don't do that. Because these live action movies are nothing but it's trash. They changed so much of the original story that it's not even the same fucking story anymore. And you people just accept it. Fucking morons.